disclose
I've
exhibits
ruled on
to
it.
depositions
Ma'am,
ahead of time.
Ma'am, I've ruled on it. Let me know if there's a problem. You ready? This is a time set for a special master hearing in the lead case of Wren versus Affinity Lifestyle, case number A21-831169-B. And there's just a couple of things I want to go over before I hear questions from everyone. But I sent out a letter on the 16th to advise the court that I received a letter from the court asking for an agenda for, the court called it Buren, but we have it as Bonner. Bonner case, the Brown case, the Chang case, the court wants the discovery cutoff so they can set trials. So why don't we start with Bonner? And that's A-21-831-725-B. How much time do we need to finish discovery in that case?
So I think at the last one, we proposed the same discovery cutoff in all three cases of September 9th. I think we had an agreement on that, and we submitted proposed CMOs to reflect that scheduling order in each of the three cases.
Have I signed it or sent it?
I don't believe so.
I thought we sent some over. Maybe they haven't come back. So in Bonner, Brown, and Chang, we have September 9 cutoffs.
Yes, for the same schedule in each of the cases. And we submitted proposed CMOs for your signature to send over to the court with those dates.
Well, I've signed all the ones I received. I don't remember all the ones I have, but we've sent them over. All right, well, I'll pull that out. And then I received two letters this morning from Joel and from Eric Freeman indicating that Holo hadn't retained the notices of compliance. Have you seen those letters? They just came in within
I saw the one
hour.
from Eric Freeman.
Yeah.
I thought they said that some parties weren't filing the disclosure, or submitting, lodging the disclosures along with the documents that Holo.
My understanding is, and this is from Joel's letter, that they didn't retain the notices of compliance. So they've got documents with the date numbers, but you don't have an index for it.
That's right, Floyd. I spoke to John, and there was some kind of foul up when the document repository was set up, and they didn't retain. So they have like a lot of the plaintiff's notices of compliance, but not all of them. They don't have any of mine. They don't have many of the parties. So the easiest way to fix it would be the parties just send Holo separately their notices of compliance, their discovery that they've served, and their expert designations. Because for whatever reason, Holo didn't set those up in the repository, and now they're behind the eight ball to try and fix it.
Is it on all the cases or just some of the cases?
Just some of the cases. They have like probably half of plaintiffs in some of the cases. There's no rhyme or reason as to why they saved some and didn't put others on the repository.
Is it by firm or is it just random?
It's just random.
Yeah, it appears to be. This is Eric Freeman. When we just recently associated in on a lot of these, and when we'll go in, we'll find bait stamp documents, but then there won't be the 16.1 supplement that they were attached with them. There'll be an expert report, but there won't be the designation of experts. A deposition, I think this week, we went to hunt down the report, and they didn't have the designation. They had the experts report, and they also didn't have the experts exhibits to his report. And so it's just, there's no rhyme or reason to why some are complete, some are not. And I didn't want to just send out a request for, prior discovery, because everyone would have just said, well, go on holo. So I sent the letter to Floyd to try to find out the best way to get this corrected.
So does it seem like all the underlying materials are there? The only thing missing is the cover sheet?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the most part, that appears to be what we're finding, is that they'll just be the bait stamp documents, but no reference to what the heck they are or when they were deposited,
Have you talked to the holo guy about what he thinks is going on?
yeah, this is Joel. I have, and for whatever reason, when they set it up, they didn't do it correctly.
Yeah, I have a feeling like whoever different people were uploading them to holo, and whoever did it different ways. And so sometimes there'll be, supplemental 16.1, whatever, they'll have the documents, everything. And then if someone else put them in, they would take the cover sheets off and just put the bait stamp documents. So I think there's some inconsistencies on how it was downloaded into holo.
Eric, is it the note in the letter? I think it was Joel's letter. In the letter, you indicate the notices of compliance, but we also need the expert designation or the notice of compliance that had the expert report.
Both.
Yeah, both. They don't have the notice of compliance. They don't have the discovery notices. They don't have any of the written discovery responses.
Oh my God.
I mean, pretty much it's just, for the most part, all it is the bait stamp documents just thrown in there without any kind of reference or guide as to what they are and who to.
But if it's an expert problem, that can only be the Gallagher and the Hun-Wartson case, because the other cases haven't filed expert reports.
That's right.
Well, didn't you know? I mean, didn't they?
Is it for a period of time?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yeah, is it for a period of time?
No, it's
No
random.
period. Oh, my God.
Did this come up during the trial?
No, I think we ought to do a little investigation, because, I mean, I can see holo making a mistake, but this sounds like a pretty big mistake. And I'm wondering if maybe I at least want to have my paralegal take a look at it, talk to Jim and see what's going on.
All right, why don't you do that, and then
Why don't we work with Joel and Eric, try to get it straightened out?
yeah, why don't you try to get it straightened out, and just if you need a letter, once you guys and all the attorneys or paralegals decide what we need, just let me know and I'll do an order.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can do
Yeah,
that.
Will, if you want to have your paralegal reach out to Crystal Martin in my office, she's the
Okay.
one who's been digging around the most and is the most frustrated on this. So she might be able to help add some information and guidance.
Yeah, because, it may just be a button someone's not pushing or something.
Yeah, it's really odd. It was the NSF deposition that was the other day. They had what was his name? Hayburn.
Hayburn.
Yeah, they had his expert report is in there. It was in there. They did not have the designation of expert, and they did not have his deposition exhibits. And so why it was put in that way, I have no idea.
How could they?
That could be because the NSF attorneys are kind of new to the case. They might not be doing it right.
Yeah, that could be also. I'm not looking to call anyone out or point fingers, but just something's not right. And I know when Joel spoke to John, I think it was kind of just like they didn't know why certain things were in there and certain things weren't.
I will have Pat call Crystal as soon as we get back to the office.
All right, sounds good.
All right, somebody let me know whatever you need me to do. We'll get it done. So so you're indicating, Will, that all the discovery will be closed in the Brown, Chang, and Bonner case. It was closed September 9.
Next September 9th. Yeah. Not last September 9th.
Yeah,
Next
September 9, 24.
Right.
Should that letter set trials 45 days or 60 days later? I mean, that means we go a year without any flexibility.
Aren't some of those Judge Williams cases?
They're all Judge Williams.
Oh, okay.
Oh, those three are Williams?
Mhm.
Oh, I was thinking they were Kishner.
Commissioner, we have discovery deadlines and trial dates in all the cases in front of us.
Okay, because she was the first one that said it.
Right.
All right, so let's do this. I'll let Judge Williams know that the cutoff is September 9 next year. When do you want me to tell him to set the earliest trial date?
Well, some of
60
those-
days later, 30 days later, 45 days later?
Some of those have people over 70, so we might file motions for expedite trial and stuff. We haven't really considered it yet, but some of them we could.
Well, if I just notify him that the cutoff is next September, he may automatically kick out some trial dates on you.
Right.
That's fine because
Why don't we do that? And then if you want to move them, you can
Right,
move them.
right. Yeah.
So why don't I tell him that's the cutoff and give me a date we should suggest for the earliest trial date, 45 days later or 60?
45 days, fine. That would be what, middle of October, third week of October.
Yeah. All right, and then in Kishner's department, Judge Kishner's department, we have the trial setting and Lisa King. And the trial's November 12th. And she has dates in the scheduling order that just came out. November 1. Are we on track for those dates?
That's Tracy's case.
Hi, Floyd. We are.
No wonder
Danielle
Danielle.
Miller.
No wonder you're so happy. You got a trial date and you're ready for it, huh?
I don't know about all that, but
I think
we're going to have to be
next,
All right.
next November.
next
Yeah.
November.
Yeah. Okay. And and would you do me a favor? Would you look at the dates in that scheduling order? And if you need me to ask her to change any of those dates, just let me know.
I will.
Okay. And then,
I'm sorry, Danielle, you said I will?
Yes, I will take a look and let Floyd know whether any of those dates need to be changed.
and we have a setting order in Cava. We on track for those dates.
Yeah. That's the one we're trying to still get consolidated with,
Right. You know, I was thinking about, but today we'd have a hearing on that. There have been a hearing on that.
Hearing was set in December, for December.
Yeah, December, pretty late.
Uh-huh. All right, so Joel and Will are gonna contact the depository, or their staff are gonna contact, and the two of you will let me know what you need me to do to send out a kind of a generic order on, here's what we're missing, please comply. And then Eric, you're in charge of seeing if they come in.
Yeah, we'll work on it and I think figure it out.
Okay. All right, is there anything else we need to do today?
Just informational, Judge Williams granted the motion to amend.
That was yesterday or day before yesterday.
Monday.
Yeah.
So we anticipate filing the complaint, the admitted third-party complaint today if it's not already filed. And then we're probably gonna get our first set of discovery out to them probably Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, and who's the new third party? Or who's the party that you added as
There's
third
four
party?
different insurance companies that we refer to as liberty companies. Yeah, they're the insurers for real water and for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know who's gonna represent them yet. I would think that Dwayne Morris would, but I don't know.
So Liberty's coming in as a main party.
The four insurance companies, they're not named Liberty, but they're all Liberty companies. So I'm just referring to.
Yeah, Liberty.
Right.
Yeah, it's one extra
Okay,
Liberty.
yeah,
You got one extra Liberty.
All right.
But, all right, and so I'll just kind of watch for that order and see what attorney comes in.
Yeah, we're gonna try to reach out and see if we can talk to them.
Okay.
Get, see what they want to do.
All right, is there anything else we need to cover?
Floyd, this is Caitlin Zaph for KeHE Distributors.
Yeah, Caitlin, I'm sorry, who's your client?
KeHE Distributors.
Okay,
And I wrote you a letter to follow up on some of the proposed items in the CMOs in Brown and Chang. I had sent Eric Pepperman a letter requesting or discussing some proposed additions to the CMO.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if it was at issue. Are we got a dispute on that yet?
From us?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that really any of these are a big issue. Exhibits, I thought this came up before in one of the special master hearings.
Which case is it for?
For Brown and Chang are the two cases.
Okay.
So they want exhibits 48 hours before the scheduled start of the deposition. I mean,
I don't think that's real. And these experts, like I just did one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's no way I can, you know, we're doing the best we can, but.
Well, I think the issue is the exhibits are being distributed just to the counsel that are defending the expert, not to any other counsel. So the rest of the counsel that are attending the depositions don't have access to any of the exhibits until whenever the transcript comes out.
Well, can you e-serve them?
Yeah, we can e-serve them.
Just e-serve them.
Okay.
Yeah,
The day before.
and there's no charge for that.
E-serve them the day before, we can do that.
Yeah. All right, so Caitlin, they will e-serve them. And the e-service, of course, comes through immediately, and there's no charge for anybody that needs to do that.
Right, this should be reciprocal. The defendant should do the same.
Yeah, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, I was proposing adding it to the CMO so the terms were the same for everyone.
What's in the CMO now on exhibits? Anything?
I think it's.
I didn't see anything regarding exhibits.
Yeah, I think it's blank.
All right, so why don't I just do a general order as a special master order that exhibits for deposition should be e-served at least 24 hours before.
I would just say the day before.
or whenever they're ready. I mean,
They're usually.
Well, I can't say that, there's no use in the order.
They're usually ready the day before.
Say day before. All right. And if there's a problem on individual ones, somebody just let me know, but I think I've never had a dispute in this case that they couldn't work it out. So I will do a special master order in the Wren, the lead case, so it'll apply to everybody.
and
Okay, there were a couple other items. I was requesting that the party noticing the deposition include a description of who is being deposed, because some of these notices are naming people that aren't identified in any 16.1 disclosures, so we don't know who they are until the deposition starts.
I'm not sure how they do that.
yeah, I don't think.
Here's my suggestion.
I mean, they could call us up.
Yeah, here's my suggestion. If you don't know who a witness is, call the noticing party. Because otherwise we're putting a heck of a burden on every lawyer and every paralegal. So if somebody doesn't know, call the office of the noticing firm.
Well,
And
Floyd,
if there's still a problem, I'll take care of it.
okay, Floyd, this is Laureen Frister, also for KeHE Distributors. One example is Eric Cohen's deposition that went forward, I think 2 days ago. I reached out to Brianna Switzler at Kemp Jones twice to ask who this witness is. In the disclosures, it says to be identified at a later time. He's not even identified in the disclosures now. So this isn't the first time it's happened that I reached out to Kemp Jones and asked for the identity of a witness, and it was not provided.
Who's the contact there that you want to give?
Brianna would be the better contact.
Brianna who?
Switcher.
Oh,
That's who I
what you-
contacted twice and received no response.
Would you talk to him?
We'll talk.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's maybe one example and it was our mistake, but
I mean, we did do a deposition.
yeah, we've been in the middle of monster schedule with these last few days. So, I mean,
All right.
I mean,
so
this
That's
is,
not the
If
norm.
you,
We don't-
just a minute, if
And
you'll,
actually, the witness has absolutely nothing to do with KeHE. So,
all right,
it doesn't
So-
matter. This has happened since the outset of the real water cases many times, and so it really needs to be in the CMO or
why does it
in order
matter?
for all
If
the
it has
cases.
nothing to do with KeHE, why does it not matter? Okay, I mean, that witness has nothing to do with, you're not even in that case.
hold on, I'm gonna, ask him and all counsel to talk to your staff about this. I'm not gonna put that, we've got enough to do in this case. I'm not gonna ask everyone to do that in advance of the depot because it's gonna be, put a heck of a burden. And most people know who most of the witnesses are that are involved in that case. So, Lauren, who was it? Laureen?
Laureen Frister.
Yeah, let me know if there's another problem. Would you talk to Brianna or whoever is in charge?
Well, Floyd, we have to disclose
I've
exhibits
ruled on
to
it.
depositions
Okay.
ahead of time.
Ma'am, I've ruled on it. Let me know if there's a problem.
I
We've
will.
gone over it 4 times now. I consider what you said. I consider it a problem. I've asked him to take care of it. If it doesn't get taken care of, then let me know.
I will.
What else do we have? All right, Joel, how soon do I need to set another follow-up?
Oh, I would probably say, maybe right before Thanksgiving, unless somebody has some urgent need.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Floyd, this is Laureen Frister again. I believe there was some more issues in Caitlin Zapp's letter to you. One other issue was the ESI
For some
protocol.
reason, yeah, and I've got my file here. Can I see the letter? Because I think I put it in a folder for issues to be resolved. This is your October 31 letter? This is
It is.
Caitlin's letter from October 31. Was that the letter, Laureen, you're talking about?
Yes, that's the letter.
Okay, so you want to change the dates in Brown?
No, the dates were agreeable.
It says responded and proposed new dates for the Brown scheduling orders, which Plaintiffs incorporated. So that's not an issue. All right, let me look at Exhibit 1. Didn't we put, now I don't know, it's in almost every CMO I do, that an objection by one party is deemed on behalf of all parties?
I don't think that's in the CMO.
All right, well, I'll add that to the special master order. That's a good suggestion. I usually have that in the CMOs, but we drafted this so differently that it probably didn't make it in there. Laureen, is there anything else?
Yes, one more issue was the ESI protocol that we'd like incorporated.
Yeah, it says you're going to meet and confer on it.
Yes, and we never received a response.
All right, this indicates that the parties will submit a joint proposed document and ESI production protocol to the court by October 10. Shouldn't that be to other counsel? And if you can't reach an agreement, you're going to ask me to do briefing?
We can certainly
Like
do the
10
briefing.
like 12 days ago.
Yeah, so we did have a proposed ESI protocol at the outset of this case that was rejected by plaintiffs.
All right, I'm going to do a briefing schedule on that.
Well, I don't recall anything about proposed ESI protocol. If they want to propose something, we'll take a look.
All right, Laureen, send it over. And if there's not an agreement in the next 10 days or so, let me know and I'll do a briefing schedule.
We need a little more time than that because we have summer judgments due on the 10th. On the 15th, we got.
Well, she hadn't even asked me to do it yet, so,
Okay.
yeah.
And we just set the discovery schedule, so I mean, it's not that we're not addressing any issues, it's just we're addressing the issues that are in front of us, and they have, I haven't.
Try
seen the
to
proposal.
send them the proposal. And if you can't get an agreement, when you're at an impasse, ask me to do a briefing schedule.
I'll do that. This was a big issue in the Gallagher case, so I foresee that'll be a big issue going forward. So I'll definitely do that.
The issue was that they were making up the records and producing them in an Excel spreadsheet. So if that's the proposal, we disagree. They want to produce the data. I mean, there's no need for an order for that.
As plaintiffs know that we sent a very detailed ESI protocol at the outset of this case, so I will send it to them again.
All right. I haven't had a need for doing an ESI order in probably 10 years.
Well,
but
trust me,
I'll be glad to
Floyd-
look at it. I'll be glad to look at it. If when you get to an impasse, just send me a letter request to do a briefing schedule and let me know what the issues are.
Okay, and this is also something that Holo requested.
Well, Holo's not on the top of my list right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what they do with it if they've lost all the cover sheets to the deposits.
Well, I think it would help for Holo to have an ESI protocol so it's
Have
detailed.
them contact me and ask me.
Uh-huh.
He talked to me earlier when we set him up as the depository, so
Okay.
I haven't heard from him since. All right, is there
Okay.
anything?
No, one issue I was having with a depository is you can't always find documents by Bates number. And the owner of Holo told me it's because there's no ESI protocol requiring these Bates numbers be embedded in the document. So I will send you an ESI protocol.
Well,
Eric, the ESI protocol.
yeah, send Eric the protocol, and when you get to a dispute about it, notify me and I'll do a briefing schedule. But I haven't heard from Holo on that. What are they saying, Laureen, is the problem? They're saying that the Bates numbers aren't embedded in the deposit?
Yeah, there was a technical term he used that I'm not familiar with and I don't remember, but basically the document, something in the document has to tell the depository what the Bates numbers are. And so if the document doesn't have that, then you can't find it you can't search by Bates number.
Has anybody had a problem with that? What I see as the problem is the Bates numbers are there, but there's no index. I mean, there's no cover sheets, the notices of compliance. So, all right, so is it Joel and Will's office that are gonna get together with Holo and figure out? When you talk to them about the deposits, Joel, would you two also talk to them about what Laureen just raised?
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. Like I said, about half of the plaintiff stuff is there and half is not. There's just no rhyme or reason to it. And so I'll let Will's office reach out to Holo, and then they can let us know what we need to do to fix it. I'm all ears in terms of, whatever we need to do to get it fixed.
Let me have Pat talk to Eric's paralegal first, and then we'll see where that goes and set up another call.
Perfect.
Okay.
Boy, that's a little worrisome if we're having trouble with the depository.
We haven't had any problems.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of problems they're having, but we haven't had any problems.
Well, one of the things we do is I think we save all the notices of compliance and disclosures on our system, so we don't.
Yeah,
go
so
to
do
Holo
I.
for that.
I don't know if I still have them going back this far.
I think probably the easiest solution, and I'll talk to my staff to see if it's manageable, is I think we have all of it saved. We can provide what's been produced to everyone, just the disclosures, notices, and then make sure it's clear going forward to council to make sure that they deposit the disclosures with the documents and make sure it's clear to HOLA that they save the disclosures with.
Well, that's what I want Will and Joel to work out.
Yeah, but the problem doesn't seem to be our office, it's NSF's where they're.
It may be HOLA.
It's not just them. That was just one example. It seems to be, like Joel said, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Okay.
If they have half the plaintiff stuff, I know we provide it to them and they're saving half of it, but not the other half. So
No, it sounds like they're saving the attachments, but not the cover pages. Just let me know. It's better though if there's direct communication between Will and Joel's office. And then we figure out what's going on and let everybody know. And then Eric, that would be awfully helpful if you've got the full set of missing documents and you can serve them. Be quite a deposit, but
well,
quite a service.
That's the only thing I have to work on because I don't know the logistics
I
of
think
that.
you might have to at steps.
If it's reasonable, we'll do it and fix it going forward and, you know,
Well, let's see what the problem is before we address this.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful. Will, did you say your paralegal's name is Pat?
Pat,
Okay, I'll have Crystal keep a lookout for her.
Yeah, her last name's Stoppard, Stoppard.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
What's the next date, Floyd?
I don't have it yet. I mean, I didn't, I'll send it out and, it's kind of a tight schedule, so I'm not sure what's available, but it'll be by Zoom.
Floyd, if it has to be after Thanksgiving, that's fine too. Like I said, I don't think there's anything urgent.
Yeah, let's see what Thanksgiving is.
Oh, I don't know my calendar.
The 23rd.
All right, I'll take care of it. Do you have any questions?
It's just if nobody can leave the Zoom yet, because I want to take a picture to make sure I have everybody, and I don't know who Dory is.
Who are we missing? Oh,
Dory, O-N-J.
yeah, we have a identification of Dory, D-O-R-Y hyphen O-N-J. Could you please identify yourself for the court reporter and your client?
okay.
Oh, this has a media.
Yeah, that's.
They're media. You don't need them. There's a media order on. So
If everybody could just stay put so I can take a picture after you're done.
go ahead. All right, we're done, but don't get off the Zoom. She's going to take a screenshot of our screen.
Mr. Kavanaugh's well-organized office.
Well, how about your well-organized phone?
All right, that's it. I'll get a notice out. If it's really inconvenient to someone, just let me know.
Thanks,
All right,
Floyd.
Thank you.
Bye.